Well, hey everyone, and welcome back to Video Games and Consoles from the Loft. And just before we start today, I'd just like to say that this month has been fairly busy for me, and I haven't had the chance to make as many videos as I normally would, especially within this section, as you all, or most of you will know, that I like to release them on a Sunday. So just for the moment, I'll be releasing them when I can, but there'll be other videos from my other sections coming out in between to keep you all busy. So please bear with me for the moment, and thanks for all your continued support towards the channel, and I really hope that you're still enjoying it. Well, back to today, so let's see what's coming up. Well, for part 5 I have a super item which takes us back to the 1980s, as we're going to take a look at the Photon Warrior Battle Game. So here is that Photon Warrior Battle Game. I promised a review on it a couple of weeks back, so let's not hold back any longer. Well, the Photon Warrior Battle Game was introduced in 1986 and produced by Entertech for the home market. But before any of this happened, Photon was the actual name of the first commercial laser tag arenas, where you and your mates could go and put on helmets and get kitted out in all sorts of equipment and run around these mazes with multiple levels, catwalks, and also these arenas featured plenty of hiding places, so you could sneak up on your opponents and zap them with your laser guns, and your opponents would either be wearing a red or green helmet depending on which team you're on, and at the end of the game the team with the most hits wins. Now, I can't say that I ever remember Photon featuring in the UK, as I only remember and have ever known about Laser Tag, Laser Quest and a few others. But speaking of Laser Tag, this was actually the main rivals to Photon at the time, and in 1986 they both released sets to take home and play these great games at the comfort of your own home with some mates. And both companies had a great Christmas in 1986 and certainly dominated the market and had a good couple of years ahead of them. But sadly, Worlds of Wonder, who produced Laser Tag, sadly folded, and unfortunately Photon followed the same fate in 1989. But both these companies have left us with great memories and a deluge of items and ideas to boot as well, ranging from toy figures to take away, and also producing TV shows as well. Well, that was just a brief insight into the history of Photon, so let's now take a look at the Photon Warrior Battle Game that I received in 1986. Well, the box really was decorated extremely well with colourful artwork, and it had great information upon it to give you a great in-depth look into the set. Within the box you receive the 2 photon phasers, so you can play a 2-player competition. You also receive 2 targets, so you can practice your target shooting. Also, you receive a belt and that helmet, which includes, attached to it, the chest module as well. Each of the photon phasers come equipped with sensors at the front, so you can be hit by your opponents, triggers, speakers, a reset switch and your hit indicators as well to let you know how many lives you have left. In the battery compartment you'll need to fit a 9-volt battery, and there is a 9-pin plug connector so you can attach the gun to the helmet and chest module. Each of the targets consists of an LED light which will change colour upon a hit, and an infrared sensor. On the back is a clasp so you can attach it to your belt, and you'll need to fit a 9-volt battery. And on the top is a dial so you can regulate the skill setting. And finally, let's have a look at the helmet and chest module, which comes complete with a visor, sensor and flashing electronic lights. Also within the helmet you get a chin cup and protecting foam padding. On the chest module itself you get 3 LED lights to let you know how many lives you've got left, and a speaker. And finally you'll need to fit 6 AA batteries in the battery compartment. Let's see the Photon Warrior Battle Game in action. Well, there are a few ways to play with the Photon set, and all really require 2 of you to make the most out of the game. So we'll start off with some search and disrupt, where one player would set up a target and the other one would have to hit the target every time the green light flashes on and before it flashes off. The frequency of the green light can be changed to a really frequent pulse to as slow as you like, which makes for a very entertaining game. But the main feature of the Photon set of course requires one player putting on the belt, helmet and the chest module, and the second player taking control of the extra light gun. And you can either follow the games within the instruction manual or just run around in the dark or in broad daylight and shoot each other with the laser guns until one player has run out of lives, which is always the way I used to play. The phasers and the infrared areas are extremely responsive, which makes for great target practice. Two helmets and modules would certainly make this game more fair, as one player is more of a target than the other. This really is a blast from the past for me, and it certainly is extremely good fun. Well, this really was something very special when I received it for Christmas in 1986, and I'll definitely never ever forget it. I can't say I remember any of my friends owning a set like this, and I only remember playing with my set when I owned it back all those years ago, as it came with an extra gun and you could play a two-player game. It certainly brought a video game-like experience to the home, and it was definitely very entertaining, and it's a real shame that it died out so quickly, but it's left us a deluge of these live arenas to compete at, and this will certainly never ever be forgotten. Well, when I saw this on eBay, I just had to buy it because it was like a childhood memory of mine, and I was prepared to pay anything up to £40 for it, but luckily the starting price was £20 all but a penny, and I was actually the only bidder, which was just amazing, so I was really chuffed to have one. So I would suggest that you shouldn't have to pay anything more than £20 or $20 in America. I just think it's a really great collector's piece and a really sort of like innovative idea from the past as well, and it's to do with laser tag, a nice piece of history to do with laser tag as well, which is just absolutely brilliant. Well, that's just about it for me for today, and I'll try and feature part 5 from season 4 in the next couple of weeks. Take care, and once again, thanks for watching.